off my bloom! Turf wars on a dandelion by Peace Love Sunshine. In the golden eye of a blooming dandelion, two small visitors meet. A fly from the buzz brigade and an ant from the petal crawlers. At first, it looks like a peaceful snack break, both insects drinking nectar, seemingly unbothered by each other's presence. The fly buzzes softly, legs light on the petal fringe, while the ant moves with purpose, antennae twitching in the pollen dust. For a moment, it feels like cooperation, two creatures coexisting on the same bloom. But peace is fleeting in the miniature world of petals and pollen, where food is fuel, flowers are territory, and even the smallest guests can spark big reactions. Ants may be small, but they don't lack confidence, especially when it comes to defending resources. While we often picture bees and butterflies as the classic pollinators, ants are surprisingly frequent visitors to flowers. However, unlike their winged counterparts, ants are often considered inefficient or even disruptive pollinators. Their smooth, hairless bodies don't hold onto pollen well, and their behavior, climbing, biting, trampling, can damage delicate floral structures. Some species even secrete antimicrobial substances from their legs and feet that can sterilize pollen or disrupt a flower's reproductive success. These secretions, meant to keep ants clean and disease-free, can inadvertently sabotage the flower's chances of getting pollinated. So why are they there at all? Nectar, plain and simple. Ants are sugar-driven foragers, and dandelions offer an easy-access buffet. With their low height and open structure, dandelions are perfectly positioned for ground-level visitors like ants. But ants aren't passive diners. Many species are highly territorial and will aggressively defend a food source, chasing off other insects, even those that are better pollinators. Their goal isn't pollination, it's resource control. In some ecosystems, ants go even further. They form mutualistic relationships with specific plants that offer nectar outside the flower, called extrafloral nectaries. In return, ants act as fierce bodyguards, swarming to drive away herbivores or competing insects. In these cases, the flower becomes less a place of gentle pollination and more a contested resource, a miniature battlefield shaped by alliances, defense, and survival. The fly, meanwhile, is just doing what many flies do best, grabbing a snack and accidentally moving pollen in the process. Flies are often overlooked in the pollination world, but they're actually some of the most important and earliest pollinators. Especially in cooler climates or early spring when bees are still sluggish or absent. Unlike bees, which store nectar for their colonies, many flies feed only for themselves. That makes them frequent, opportunistic visitors to flowers. Hoverflies, in particular, are dandelion regulars. With their striped yellow and black bodies, they often mimic bees or wasps, a form of protective mimicry called Batesian mimicry, which helps them avoid predators. But despite the disguise, they're harmless and highly beneficial. Hoverflies not only pollinate, they lay eggs near aphid colonies, and their larvae are fierce aphid hunters, giving them a twofold ecological role as both pollinators and pest controllers. Other flies, like bee flies, blowflies, and even houseflies, contribute to pollination too, especially on simple, open-faced blooms like dandelions. Because they lack specialized pollen baskets like bees, fly pollination is usually a happy accident. They bumble through the bloom, feeding on nectar or pollen, and pick up grains on their legs, face, or body hairs. Unlike ants, flies don't mind sharing. But they're also not about to stick around for a fight with a territorial, six-legged bouncer. Moments like this are reminders that pollination isn't always harmonious. Even among insects, there are conflicts, hierarchies, and interactions that shape how flowers are used and who gets what. And while ants might not be top-tier pollinators, their presence still influences which insects get to feed, when, and how often. This tiny turf war on a dandelion isn't just adorable, it's ecologically real. Thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet.